If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. A friend of mine passed this along to me. You have got to see this for a new TV show, a trailer for a new TV show that just came out, I think within the last week or two on Fox. Fox, of course, stooping to new lows, 666 Fox. It is for a television show called Outmatched. And I'm going to show you the trailer, and you tell me, is this the stuff that we've all been talking about? I've been talking about it for over a year now. I've recently been talking about it a lot more, showing you these trailers where these children are being adulted, right? They're turning these kids into adults, being more mature than the parents. This is all part of mind control tactics. This is how they're going to convince people, oh, children, scientists say children at 9 years old are smarter than 20-year-olds. We should look at them the same way. They should be allowed to date, 40-year-old men. Take a look at this trailer.
There aren't many books written about how to raise 3 genius kids. Well, actually there are. They're just super long.
2 ordinary parents.
We nurtured their gifts and encouraged their natural curiosity.
S'il vous plaît, donne-le Gaston.
English.
But small words.
Man, that was dumb.
3 extraordinary children.
I'm developing an opera about Sacco and Vanzetti.
I do theoretical physics.
I will not be a Salieri in my own home.
I don't know what any of that means.
And the other one.
What about this little one?
Noses are just mouths that eat smell.
She's our star. What the hell is going on here?
I'm helping Mark with his opera.
On the wall? Basement?
Basement. They've taken over the whole house. I mean, this is all that we have left.
I used to think this basement is where our kids would sneak down to smoke pot.
And now we do.
I love them. I don't want them to grow into super weirdos. All I want is one day of normal.
All right, so let's do it.
We're going to the boardwalk?
That doesn't sound normal. It sounds trashy. We live in Atlantic City. Normal is trashy.
I think it sounds fun. Is it okay if I bring a friend?
Yes.
He's got a friend, just like the kids in the movies.
All of the kids are actually ready. I even got Mark to wear swim trunks. I mean, he called them water khakis, but whatever, he's wearing them.
Hi, Mrs. Bennett.
Can I help you?
Stu!
Right.
Dab.
Jason Biggs and Maggie Lawson.
He's 200 years old.
You're always telling me that I should try and make more friends.
People your own age who introduce you to drugs and alcohol.
People my own age are boring and vapid. All they do is make penis jokes and Rick and Morty references.
God, people his age sound awesome.
Outmatched. Coming soon.
Show some respect. 2 of you were conceived at the boardwalk. I am not gonna say which 2. Under the pier, back of the tram car.
I mean, you got to be kidding me, right? The kids lecturing the parents. I mean, just everything involved in the trailer is just disturbing, the undertones and the message. But no, there's no repetition here, folks. We're just all crazy. The movie Good Boys, which just came out in the summer, which was all about 8th graders hosting a party, getting high, drinking beer, hooking up. They show them with all sorts of toys and gross things. But that's normal, because they're 8th graders. So they take it, a storyline that we've seen over and over again from movies like American Pie. What a coincidence, right? The same guy is in this show Outmatched. By the way, we might add, guy couldn't be... Is there anyone less funny in America than this guy? Jason Biggs. Have you ever heard this guy say anything that makes you laugh? I mean, you can just look at this guy and you know why he's being placed in these, and continues to have a career. Then he must make one hell of a bagel. But there's other shows that are doing this as well. This is becoming normalized. This is how they desensitize people. This is how they remove age restrictions. This is how they make they perverse the world into thinking that children should be treated like adults, that 5-year-olds should be able to pick their gender, right? The celebrities doing this. And it's the dumb zombies out there, mainly, I mean, I don't even want to stereotype the people, but these people out there that think that there's no conspiracies going on, that there's no social engineering, they don't believe in any of that stuff because they're so caught up in their own, self-pride that they sit there and they're like, oh yeah, no, they wouldn't try to influence. Oh, this isn't just a common theme. They don't believe in repetition. They don't believe in mind control. Right? But these people have no independent thought. They just think whatever they're told they believe, and they don't think anything could be behind anything at all. There's no man behind the curtain, right? They're like, what is this, the Wizard of Oz? What is he coming up with this Illuminati stuff? We know the end game goal for them, right? They want to bring everything that's in darkness into light. They don't want to hide the stuff they do. They want 10-year-olds to be dating 40-year-olds. What do you think goes on in Scientology and how they treat kids in Scientology, the disturbing stories that come out of that? These are all secret societies, that's L. Ron Hubbard's crap. L. Ron Hubbard, best butt buddies with Aleister Crowley. These people all believe in the same stuff. They all have the same goals, that they want to achieve. And for society to be looking at shows like this and not seeing between the lines and going, yeah, I mean, that is kind of weird. Modern Family, the kids are smarter than the parents, or you got the kids lecturing the parents. This show, Good Boys, you got all these shows that are adult themes with kids in it, right? Cooking shows. I mean, who's sitting there watching Gordon Ramsay cooking shows where kids are cooking 5-course meals, 5-star meals that adults couldn't even cook? Right? Dancing with the Stars, they go dancing with kids. I've shown you the clips from Jimmy Kimmel doing skits where they're doing Tinder apps for 5-year-olds. Skits where they're doing The Bachelor for 5-year-olds. I mean, this is disgusting stuff. But people just think it's all a big joke, and they go, well, you're just making stuff up, or you're the one who sees it that way. I don't see it that way. That is what they're doing. You don't have to be pulling a rabbit out of a hat to see this. All you have to do is use common sense and observe. Use basic observation skills, basic thinking skills. Use your eyes. Use your mind and say, what are they trying to do here? Because who would sit through this TV show for starters? It's not funny. These shows are all put here to socially engineer people. That's what they're there for. Outmatched. I mean, the plot of the show, they don't even give you a real plot for the show. Well, people who are reviewing it are giving it 1 star. It won't even last 2 episodes, they say. Well, they'll just come out with another show where they have the kid, the child characters, right? Like the Big Bang Theory, right? Anyone who watches that show and thinks it's funny, I don't know. You got to maybe take a step back from the mind control you're under, because that is an absolute snooze. But they even took that show, right? And they took the main character and they did a spin-off of him as a kid, right? And he's a young kid being smarter than the adults on the show. I mean, it's everywhere. This theme is everywhere, and this is to continue to adult these kids, make them look like adults. The Super Bowl, right? I talked about the kids. They ran out in the field in the beginning, and the commentator said how inspiring it was. And, the kids are the future, right? What do we see with these events that occur? We see these kids come out of it like David Hogg, and they say, we're smarter than the older people out there. We need to, be able to get into office. We need to make a difference, right? The Super Bowl halftime show, you got kids dancing with J-Lo, who's like pretty much in a thong. I mean, come on. But nobody out there cares about the children. Nobody out there cares about how they're being and what could you imagine what this is going to be like in 20 years? I mean, this is just ramped up recently. I mean, we literally, like 20 years ago in the past, if I told you that there was drag queens reading children's stories to 5-year-olds in public libraries, there's no way. There's no way it would happen. Everybody, there wouldn't be a left and right divide going, oh, I think they should be allowed to. They've just continued to engineer people over and over into accepting these things. And boom, all of a sudden now, it's like you question a man dressing as a woman. It's like you're a hateful person. What? I mean, you know what happened to somebody like that like 30 years ago in school? I mean, now it's like you go to prison if you do anything, if you say anything. You get fined in some states if you call somebody by the wrong gender. This world, man, I'm telling you. Pray for the children out there. You know, they always want to talk about, oh, the future and the children. Exactly, because what they're doing is they're raising these kids under the do without wilt mindset. Get what you want, do what you want, pick what you want, right? They're sexualizing kids to, adults to kids to adults, kids to kids. Like I said, with the, Jimmy Kimmel Tinder stuff, I had covered Marilyn Manson talking about how he wants to start his own Tinder app for kids. And it's disgusting. And we allow it. We put up with it. I don't know why. I don't know why anyone needs to be behind a left-right wall when children are under attack like this. And you know what's the thing that's going to be left out? Of course. What? Jesus Christ. The Bible. These kids aren't going to even know who Jesus is. Because all they're going to hear, just like these kids who get born into these covens, who become, are abused and then become handlers and abusers themselves, they're taught at a young age, oh, you don't want to read the Bible. It's hateful. Bigotry. God is mean, doesn't love his own creation, right? That's what the Satanists teach. Well, that's what they're teaching everybody out there now, right? With all these subliminal messages of, Jesus is, look at Jesus, they have him like a dorky character, hanging out, with Sarah Silverman, or just, this guy on YouTube who mocks Jesus and all this stuff. They make it look like a big joke, right? And they make Christians look like a joke. I don't know how any of these children are going to find Christ in 20 years or 30 years, because I don't think I'll be alive then. Hopefully other people pick up the sword and they start, showing people this stuff. But this is just sick, if you ask me. Outmatched. Another show. And people will go, well, there's nothing sexual in it. But it's the theme. It's the repetition of this. It's just normalizing this. It's how they get all this stuff across. It's just what they do by planting gay characters in all these TV shows. They're normalizing their agendas. And people are just falling into it hook, line, and sinker because they're becoming so desensitized to it. Thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.